How did you first meet Heston and become involved with the project?
I was introduced to Heston through a kitchen designer who actually designed here. I'd done previous projects on, and he told me that they were looking for a head chef for a new project they were working on. And that was all but that was enough to light the flame and spark my interest. And from there, we decided to meet up, and we met in the Harold McKee room down in Bray.
Unlike in a normal restaurant, you might not have the opportunity for repeat customers as often. Therefore, does it affect the approach you have to take?
But we do, Jack. We do have a lot of regulars now. Even in the 2 years we've been open, we still have a lot of people who come in and are recognised, ask for specific dishes, and ask for them to be specially prepared, even if they're not on the menu.
So did you anticipate that when you started, or has it been a pleasant surprise?
No, of course we didn't. And yes, it has been a pleasant surprise.
Due to the time constraints involved with a lot of people who are dining, are there any compromises you feel you've had to make?
None whatsoever. The whole menu was developed knowing that we had about 25 minutes. Heston said that we could feed people in 11 minutes. I thought we needed to feed them in 6 minutes, and 6 minutes is what we've achieved.
How do you think the spirit of Heston Blumenthal is best symbolised within the restaurant and your offerings?
Jack, I think there's two things really. It's the nitrogen ice cream and it's the knife. It's all about Professor Brainstorm and making sure that people have fun. And we wanted to do something that embodied something that was excellent, had great quality, and we were able to deliver time and time again, but still had a great sense of fun to it. And having the ice cream is a scientific thing, but really it's just about people coming in and having some fun.
What is the biggest challenge, if it hasn't been the time constraints, that you found working within the airport?
I think the biggest thing is on a Sunday night when we have a huge number of pizza eaters and they want their pizza in 5 seconds, and it does take us 15 minutes. Sunday night is pizza and beer night, and they want their pizzas, and they want them now. And unfortunately, we do run to 12 to 15 minutes on a Sunday night for pizzas.
Which brings me on to my next question then. The pizza oven itself is quite an achievement to have got into the airport at all. Is that one of the things that it was most difficult to get through?
Well, it was difficult in the fact that we had to answer all of their health and safety and risk assessments, but actually they were extremely amenable. Gareth, the kitchen designer, said, why don't we have a wood-fired pizza oven? And they said, why not? Let's have a look at it and see if it's possible. And they said yes.
So the airport has generally been very accommodating.
I think they're more than accommodating. We've built up a great relationship with them. HAL, Heathrow Airport Limited, are a very forward-thinking bunch of people, and they're a pleasure to work with.
How have you found this project different to other things you've been involved with in the past?
I think it's mainly based around health and safety, the demands of Heathrow to make sure that all their passengers are safe, and also the delivery of the food very fast and making sure it's of a supremely high quality.
How large is Heston's input into the operation?
Massive. Everything that we do is run by Heston, by his two main head chefs, Ashley Palmer-Watts, who's the group executive chef, and Johnny Lake, the head chef of the Fat Duck. They all know what's going on, and everything is run by Heston so that he still has an influence on every single bit of the business.
So there are regular tastings for new dishes and ideas?
Absolutely. Every time that I come up with an idea, or that Ashley wants me to work on, or Johnny wants me to work on, Heston will come and make sure that he is a part of it and is knowledgeable of it.
So on the subject of development, to what extent do you hope the menu will develop and change over time?
I think it'll always change and evolve according to what the customers want. You know, we're very much reliant on, there's on average about 20,000 passengers through the terminal every day, and we know whether they're happy with what we've got. They either let us know or they'll put it out on one of the sites that they can comment on.
There's a lot of talk among some mostly high-end restaurants to do with the chef shortage. Have you found that it's been quite easy to get staff and retain staff while you've been here?
It has been a challenge, but we did learn through the interview process and the days that we did before we opened that we needed to attract staff who were within the 5 boroughs and who had a knowledge of Heston's food and who had an absolute willingness to learn and a friendly attitude. And with those parameters set, we've actually been very successful in finding staff and holding on to them. And we've got a great team here.
So what do you see as the next step for the restaurant?
Just getting better and better at the quality of food, better and better at the delivery, trying to improve what we have in the respect of the offer, just increasing it ever so slightly so that we cover all the bodies that we have. And I'd really like to get a pasta dish on the menu.